So today I'm going to show you some stuff. First of all, I'm going to clean this. This is my C.E.J. C.E. Johansson stand for the comparator, or the comparator microcolor. It's, as you can see, it's a bit dirty. I cleaned this one already, and some different parts. So I'm going to clean this, and then I'm going to show how to use it with some slip gauges that I received the other day in the mail. My first set, actually, so I'm excited to try it and see how they work. Hopefully they, well, how they work, either they are accurate or not. It's either or, there's no middle ground really. It's not like, oh, it arrived, it didn't work, dead on arrival, DOA, nothing like that. It's pieces of steel. So we'll show you that, and just show you this before shot of how this thing looks. See, it's, well, it's not overly dirty, but yeah, there's some grime in here, some oil and dirt. Yeah, needs a cleaning. I got this the stand on the comparator all cleaned up. It didn't clean up all that nice, as you see here on the side here. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, the paint wore off a bit, but it's not new, so it's in very nice condition considering its age. Right, so cleaned up nice. Next thing to do is to try it out, and for that I got these in the mail the other day. Here we go. I hope this works. I hope you can see this. Let's try it. So yeah, I got these slip gauges in the mail the other day. They are, I think, very, very old. Made in the USSR or Russia, Soviet. There we go. I have opened them before and had a look. So, naknopt. I have no idea what this says. I do not speak Russian or read. What is it? Acrylic? I don't know. Maybe someone else knows what this is, but yeah. I'm not really that interested, but yeah, it's kind of fun. So yeah, that's these. And the size of these are, as you can see, hopefully, 1.99 millimeters, and in steps of 1 micron, or 1/1000th of a millimeter, which equates to, I think, 40 millionths of an inch. So each step is 1 micron bigger, all the way up, all the way, 10 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 steps, I guess, all the way up to 2 millimeters. So I thought well, I want to see if how accurate these are, and well, since I don't have anything to compare this to, I will have to assume that okay, well, I will assume that this comparator up here actually is correct, and I will zero it with using the 2mm piece, and well, actually no, I think I will zero it on the 1.990 millimeter one. Yep, that way we'll see an increase hopefully up here. Okay, I hope this is in frame. My GoPro is not what it should be. To clean these, I've decided I've heard that you should use lint-free cloth, and that's what I'm using. And yes, I am also fascinated, just as everyone else, by how, well, so much for lint-free, of how these ring together. I will show you that here. It's 199. So let's first start with that, and I will bring this down. Oh, okay, I guess I'll use this first. There we go, lock that one, and yeah, see. Let's see here, hope you can see this. So yeah, see that here, I'll bring that to 0. Alright, I'm on at 0. Alright, satisfied with that. That is 199 millimeters, 1.999, and just to show the cool effect that a lot of other YouTubers have commented or talked about recently. Well, yeah, or it's just a coincidence, but that I've watched a lot of or several videos talking about it just recently, but I don't think so. Alright. See this is the 1.991 millimeter one, but first I'll show you the ringing together of these. So just like that, and well, they stick together, and they really stick together. You don't have to force them together or anything. They just, it's a, I mean, kind of have to see the marks, maybe. And that's just in the small amount of oil residue and the like. Alright, I'm putting back the 199. I'll oil these after I'm done with the video. It's the video, video. W and V is hard to pronounce. Well, it's not hard, but one gets them mixed up sometimes. Alright, so this is the 1 micron larger slip gauge than the one before, so 1.991 millimeters. it's not exact, but let's take out the 1.9 again. I mean, at these levels, I mean, even a small temperature change, this is still, well, okay, it's not exactly 0, so that's 1.99. Huh? Excuse me, but no. Yeah, so even a small temperature change will affect the readings. So let's do this again because something got messed up here. So 1.99 millimeters. 0 exactly. Good. Now 1.991. Yeah, I can't get it any closer. It's a bit more than 1 micron, I would say. 1.2 microns maybe, according to this anyway. And this has not been calibrated, so it could just as easily be the comparator itself. I have no way of knowing. Okay, that's that one. Let's try, let's try them all. 1.992 millimeters. Yeah, the step is identical, so it's, I would say 2.2 microns maybe. Just as the other one was 1.2, larger than the smallest. So 1.993. And keep in mind that I'm not confirming or anything that these are in fact the sizes they are set out to be. This is a comparator, so I'm comparing the different slip gauges, that's all. And as you can see, and the step is, well, now it's starting to be a bit bigger, maybe 3.5 microns larger. 3.6 maybe. It's a bit hard to see. 3.5, 3.6. Okay. Let's try it again. Make sure that there's no oil or other residue. No, it's still the same. Okay. Let's not do them all. Let's just jump ahead. This is the 1.999 millimeter one. If I said 1.999 microns before or something, I misspoke. This is very, very close to 10 microns larger than the 1.99 millimeter one. I would say just a hair short of the 2 millimeter one. Let's see what that one is. I will also show another. Well, it's a surprise, but it's another new-ish tool that I haven't shown yet. So this is the 2mm one. It should be exactly 10 microns larger than the first slip gauge, but yeah, it's almost 11. Again, I don't know if it's the accuracy of the slip gauge or the gauge blocks. Sorry, gauge blocks. That's what they're called. Or the comparator or indicator. Something is not right. Yeah, 11. And if I mean, it sticks to this grid or grate as well. That's also very, very accurately ground. I'll do the 1.99 millimeters again, 990 millimeter. Just to confirm that it's still on 0. That's a bit over, but okay. I would say that it's within. I would guess that it was, based on the readings so far, within half of a micron. Right. I'll now show you the other tool. Right, hopefully you can see this. This is a very old box. Maybe you can see that it says C.E.J, C.E. Johansson. The same manufacturer as the comparator I just showed you. You might see the stand over to the left here. Again, I'm using the GoPro, so I don't have any preview of what is in the viewfinder. I don't have a viewfinder, but in frames, so to speak. Right, this old big old thing. This is a bigger, well, more accurate and higher precision comparator dial than the other one. This one, the division here, I hope you can see this. It's every line here is half a micron. So 20 millionths of an inch. Yeah, it's a bit rough around the edges, as you can see. It's an aluminum housing, and there's been some oxidation. The paint has come off, well, kind of like rust, but well, it is rust, but aluminum rust. This one also has the limit settings here and here, sorry, here and here. These are the maximum values, plus minus 20. I think. No. Okay. I think it is. Or no. Sorry if it's out of frame. It's 30, more or less, plus minus 30. It's set to 20, so let's say 20. Doesn't matter, I'm not using it. Here in the background you can see the very nice old style box for this. It's very nice blue velvet. This is in German, so it's not in Swedish. I actually bought it on eBay, the German eBay, a couple of months ago. Sorry, a couple of months ago actually. Kind of rescuing it back to Sweden. C.E.J, Sweden. I do not speak German, so I don't know what this is, but yeah. Microcator, comparator, für alles, 4. Well, and another very long ass German word. Number 509, 510. This is the 509. The other dial that I showed you before was the 510-4. I don't know what the -4 is. So yeah. This here is something you put on to the body of the dial, and you have a hole here, and you put a magnifying glass in front of it so you can see it better. I do not use that, and different style tips for these. There are a what is a sapphire tip or ruby tip, or yeah, some kind of hard crystal mineral stone type deal tip for these. I don't have one. I don't need one. This is just for fun. Strange hobby, I guess, but well, not strange, but unusual is the word I would use. This handle is for pushing up on here on the tip of the dial. As to especially if you use a tip like this, this is not made for sliding stuff under it. This ball kind of tip is more for forgiving, but still you should probably use the lever just when positioning the object that you're measuring, be it a gauge block or whatever else you're comparing your stack of gauge blocks to. So I'll switch this in to the comparator, mounted on the comparator stand, and yeah, we'll have a look at the gauge blocks again with a bit more resolution. Alright, I'm back. So I mounted this 509 model of the comparator dial, and yeah, let's adjust that too. It's not that easy to adjust this, but alright. So this is the 1.990 gauge block, and it's dead on 0. And you can use this lever for putting in the gauge blocks and removing it. Alright, let's try the 1.994 millimeter gauge block. Hope you can see this. see. Right, so divisions here. Every line is half a micron, or 20 millionths of an inch. 2, 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.5 microns. Yeah, 4.5. So it's 0.5 of microns bigger than, well, 4.5 microns bigger than the 1.990 gauge block, according to this, and that's about what I was seeing on the with the other dial as well. So I'm thinking that these are a bit oversized by 20 millionths of an inch, so extremely out of tolerance, right? Way out of whack. Wiggity 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 whack. Whack. Whack 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 whack. Let's see, 1.996 millimeters. And that one is actually saying that would be that's actually a whole micron too big, almost. That's not good. Well, kind of. It's very stable, this stand, so there's really no point in whacking at it. So this was 1.996 millimeters, and that one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's not looking too accurate, this set, but maybe I'm doing it wrong or something. As I said, this is the first set of gauge blocks that I have ever had, so yeah. So yeah, this is the first time I'm actually able to use this comparator. 1.997 millimeters. Oh, this is strange. Yeah, it's probably 0.8 of a micron too large. Well, larger than it should be compared to the 1.990 millimeter gauge block. This is the 2 millimeter gauge block. Let's have a look. Yeah. 1 micron too big. Yeah. Right. That's a bit disappointing, I think. Like I don't know what tolerance these gauge were made to hold, but or to conform to, but the box does feel a lot like a very poorly made Chinese one, but yeah, maybe the Chinese were helping the Russians make it when this was made. I don't know. I mean, the blocks themselves they look good. They function pretty well. I would say within 1 micron anyway. I would have liked to have seen better performance, but anyway, that's it. Yeah, that's all for now, I think. Till next time. Thanks for watching.